Yeah, one of them better be on down in the ground,
So you saying they put a culvert on top of one of them?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And the county road department will put it in.
What kind of mower is it? What kind of mower is
I now call the April 20th, 2017 meeting of the Madison County Board of Adjustment to order. Will you call the roll for me, please?
Ralph Allen,
Yes.
Wayne Kinkowski.
Yes.
George Dillon,
Yes.
Howard Ballard.
Here.
Jimmy Rogers.
Yes.
All right, the first item on the agenda is to go over the minutes from the last meeting on March 23rd. Did everybody have a chance to review those, go over those? Any questions, comments, concerns? I didn't see anything myself. I'm pretty short and sweet on that one, so. If there's not anything, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I move we accept the minutes.
The rest-
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Kinkowski.
Yes.
Mr. Allen.
Yes.
Mr. Dillon.
Yes. All right, we have 4 cases on the agenda tonight. 2 dimensional variances and 2 conditional uses. We're gonna start with 3365 Poozy Ridge Road. Is there someone here to represent them? You wanna come to the podium and state your name and address for me, please? And there's no microphone.
Yeah, well, why don't you sit right here? Yeah. Talk into that microphone. You can sit down if you like.
Name's Roger Mason, live at 711 Paint Lick Road.
All right, Mr. Mason, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as pertains to this case?
I do.
Continue.
Applying for a provincial variance, where the property lays, we were unable to meet the 125-foot requirement from the road before going over the side of the hill.
It's all hilly out there, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, this one is, it's one of the steeper ones we've had out there.
Yeah. So, I'm just clarifying the numbers. So you're wanting a variance from 125 feet to 50 feet, so a 75-foot variance. So that means 50 foot from the center of the road?
That's correct.
Get you where you want to be?
Yeah, that's the farthest projection from the home.
Porch, steps, everything, right?
That is correct.
Okay. What are you putting in it? Is it a mobile home or house, garage?
Mobile home, sir.
Okay.
Are you the property owner?
I'm property owner.
Okay. You're just speaking on behalf of the property owner?
That's correct.
Okay. I was searching for your name and you said it, I was like, man, I can't find this guy. Okay.
All right. We got a map?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Sorry. Is there anything out there closer to the road
I've
than this
been
one
out there.
already?
I'm sure you've been out there, haven't you?
Is there anything
There's
closer?
There's a barn there, right? There's a
Barn across the
house
street.
right on the road.
Yeah, there's a barn there, yeah.
And is the house going to be back further than the barn? Will the trailer be back further than the
It
barn?
will be from the road, yes.
The barn's on the side of the road now.
There you go, he's got, have you got it up there now?
Wow, I can't find it on this map. It's not, this map's so old.
It will just scroll up.
Your access point will be right where the 595 is there, where the existing driveway is, and then you'll be building off a little bit toward the higher point of this map over here.
That is correct.
So you'll be further back than what this house is? Or
It's a barn.
Those barns,
already?
yes, I will be.
No.
1796.
Yes.
So,
Now, 30, 73.
This is
It is.
3365.
I agree.
That's correct.
Yes.
Within 50 foot of the
Okay,
center,
you got
right?
the barn on the side of the road.
It's way close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Any,
So. Anybody have any concerns? Questions? Any,
I stand corrected. The other, this was not the one that has this deep drop off. It's got a pretty good flat spot. It used to have a house on it. It tore a house down in the past couple of years.
that
There's
entryway,
a flat spot up there.
that entryway was showing up there, is that where it used to be the entry to the,
Right.
Right. Basically, the double wide will be sitting where the.
sir, if you
old
wanna come
house
up here and
is.
state your name and address for me?
we just gotta identify it.
Daniel Brewer, my address is 613 Reeves Road, Dry Ridge, Kentucky.
All right, Mr. Brewer, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as pertains to this case?
Yes, I do.
Continue.
The double wide will actually sit basically where the old house used to sit.
Okay.
I got it up there now. You can see the driveway going into it. That's the right driveway, correct?
Correct.
Just past the barn there. And then the old house seat would have been right about in this area,
Yes.
roughly, where that pointer is.
So you're gonna use that same driveway?
It's significant
Yes.
drops.
So the access point's not a problem
I'm good with it. Any questions, comments from the audience? Anybody else want to speak for or against? Have we had any,
No calls on this.
no
one.
calls, no letters, no nothing? Any further questions, comments from the board members? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve a dimensional variance for the property located at 3365 Coosy Ridge, Richmond, Kentucky. The variance will be for a 75-foot setback from the, will be for a 50-foot setback from the center line of the road. This basically will grant the 75-foot variance.
I second the motion.
Call the roll, please.
Ralph Oliver,
with it. Yes.
Wayne Pinkowski,
Yes?
Jimmy Rogers,
Yes.
Howard Bowden.
Yes.
George Dillon.
Yes. Mr. Brewer, your variance has been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't
Start
stop
off,
here
tell
tomorrow.
you what has to happen after that.
All right, gentlemen, the second variance on the agenda tonight is 1796 Coosy Ridge Road. Mr. Winkler, state your name and address for me again, please.
Randall Winkler Jr., 1652 Coosy Ridge Road.
All right, Mr. Winkler, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as it pertains to this case?
Yes.
Continue.
Got a acre lot at 1796 Posey,
Okay,
and I'm wanting to put a double wide on. I need a dimensional variance on it.
Now, you have an area there that's mowed. Where is the trailer gonna be in conjunction to?
Did you see where the garden was sitting on the other people's lot
Yep.
to the left? Well, the trailer will be in between that and the double wide that's to the right of that.
No, but I mean, how far back? The you have the boundaries, you have the right and left boundaries marked, right, with red tape, with red
Mhm.
flag? The distance from the flag to the road is like 26 feet, so you're going back further than?
Yeah, the flag is where they come out and mark my lot to
Okay.
make sure I kept the trailer on the right lot.
Okay,
Yes, no, it'll be back, like 45 feet from the center of the road.
Yeah, there's actually, there's a pin there where
Yeah,
that flag
yeah.
is he's talking about up
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Or, I mean, it could possibly be, I'm gonna set it back as far as possible, but I know that it'll work at 45 feet from the center of the road.
is this the one that you were talking about drops off quite
Yes.
significantly?
It drops off from the road and then has a little flat spot and then drops off
Yeah,
more right back behind it.
You see that map? It's 1788 anywhere close to where you're at. 1796, you're right in here. You should be right here.
yeah, that's right, that's my double wide sitting there at 1798.
Okay.
Is this gonna be any closer to the road than what the house and the other mobile home is?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to keep them all in a straight line.
It comes here and it drops down about, what, 5 feet right there real quick, and then it kinda levels out a little bit, taper a little bit, then it gets to about right there, and then it gets down and gets on with it.
And what I was gonna try to do is set my trailer there and then go in the front of it and put me a retaining wall or something just to make it look nice where it don't look like it's sitting in a hole.
When did you put the trailer in 1798
I bought it.
like that?
Yes, I did.
How, you know approximately how far back it is?
I'm gonna say 50 feet.
From the
45
center,
to
from
50.
center of the road?
Mhm.
Wow.
Can
So
you
wait, maybe
can you
can't
measure
measure
it?
that.
Yeah.
I think it's only closer than what the other two, it looks like,
Well,
oh,
1792 is even closer than that, I think.
yeah, it looks like 93 sets the same distance back and 98 sets about the same distance back off the road. It's 65 feet.
66 feet.
66 feet.
66 feet. That's rough now, that's, you know, there's curvatures and stuff that change that a little bit.
So you're wanting to go from 125 to 40.
Yeah.
Is it 40 or 45?
That's what you wrote down on the
40,
paper,
yeah.
40, yeah.
40,
which is an
okay.
85-foot variance.
Mhm.
And then,
So it'll be 40 foot, and that's like 25 feet behind the pavement roughly.
and that's what we were just reading, Wayne
I
brought
mean, that's close.
the rules. That's the building, if he puts a landing on the front of this, that's another 3 foot, so then we're talking 37 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You
But you have
realize,
to understand, I know.
you realize that it's the furthest projection.
Yes, the front, this is,
Just the deck, whole 9 yards.
yeah, you know, I just done that other one at 30,
Yes, right.
31 Posey, yeah. And we done it at 45, I think.
Is there a driveway currently approved for that lot? Or is there some way, because, you know, in looking at it, it kind of,
There's 45 right there.
The
it
driveway,
dips. Now, where are you planning on coming into the property?
all the way against 1798. It's the only place that I can put a driveway in.
So basically,
My property line on up that way.
Do you plan on your home being closer than 10 feet to the property line?
No,
The side property line?
no.
you said that's 45.
That's
right?
45, I'm close to it right there.
So you take off 3 more,
Well,
that's that just gives us a,
Take off 5.
yeah, take off 5.
Yeah.
And then that's just, is that considered,
That's the deck and all.
that's everything?
Yes.
There's nothing can stick out past what your variance is, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what
so
I've done.
whatever variance you ask for, that's where your, what he's talking about, your landing or your
Mhm.
porch, that's where we measure to. We don't measure to the trailer.
Right, and then if you put a 10-foot porch on the front of it, you know
You
the
gotta count
trailer's
that.
gonna be 10 foot on back off of
Yeah.
that point,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
So we have some considerations here to think about. We're really close to the road here. I mean, that's a negative.
Right,
We've got limited access coming into the property because of a drop-off. Now, I don't recall exactly, but how did that slope come down? Was it about a 10-foot slope from the road coming
The only place to put a driveway in is the far side,
It's
up
actually a little
against
closer.
1798, and it's not as steep. I
Yeah.
can get a driveway in there fine.
We've got the
But I mean,
the
when you go,
regulations itself, so we gotta consider a protrusion of some type of entryway here of 3 feet or so. How about septic in that? Have you thought about,
yeah, it's got a good, I can put a hillside septic tank in. It's got a good place to put the septic. But once you get from where it's mowed that you seen, I mean, it's a hillside there. So.
What's the, minor plat, what's that 25-foot front setback typical? What's that?
That's where we're drawing the building setback line from the back of the edge of the street.
That's what I got,
So that's our building setback of 50 foot.
So that's where it's
Could have
saying,
been 125 back then.
gotcha.
If it's got a building line setback 25 feet, and it's a platted building line from 2006, is that platted, or is that just something somebody put on there?
It's just a mistake.
Yeah, it's recorded.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, otherwise he wouldn't need a variance, does he?
Yeah.
That
Well, the
should've been-
25 foot setback is from the property line, not from the center of the road.
Yes.
And he's asking to be 15 feet from the property line. If you got a 25 foot right of way, which you don't here, it's because it's a state
So if
highway.
he can do 50 foot, then he's good, right?
Well, you
20
still needs a
20
variance. The
Still needs a
building- the
variance.
building setback is 125 feet. I don't know why that says 25 on there. It's, like I said, it's state highway.
Okay.
Because that's what, the reason I was asking
This
about
is
that.
not a, this is not a county plat. It's not signed by the, I mean, it might be recorded, but this is just a partial plat. For some reason, it's not signed by the planning commission or anything. I don't know who Collins is. Is that the owner? Is that the owner for you?
Filed on September 22nd.
I mean, it, you know,
The reason I was asking about the front one was because it also, when he's talking about that road, it says on it there's a 10-foot setback on the side. That's the reason I was
that's
asking.
it.
That is-
And 25 in the rear.
Yeah,
You can put your driveway right up to the property line.
okay.
You can put flat work, your property line just comes to the road.
Right.
Would a 50, would setting it back 50 foot from the center line of the road get you to where you need to be?
Yeah, I could probably
Could you
make
make
that
that
work.
work?
Could you make that work?
Yeah, I think so.
50 foot?
That's gonna put you in line, that's probably gonna put you in line.
It's gonna put you
with
pretty close in line to what everybody else
That
got
other
back
bill.
there.
That other trailer, there's 50 feet right there. That's pretty close to being in line with that other trailer. Is it double wide or single wide?
It's a double wide.
About the same size as what you got there.
No, actually, it's a 24 by 40. It's a smaller trailer. But my trailer guy that was gonna move it for me, he's the one who come out and we measured it.
Okay.
And he said we needed it to be the 45 foot.
But then that leaves you, like he's talking about, that leaves you even less for your porch. If he's saying the trailer needs to be 45.
No, we allowed for the porch. Yeah.
But then you ask for a porch.
Then it'd be 75.
Probably did this before you had your man out there, I'd say.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the same
Well,
thing.
I think if he can make 45 work, he could probably make
50.
50 work. I mean, 5 feet.
If you're gonna do a retaining wall, I feel comfortable with 5, with the 50.
The reason they're focusing on 50 feet is that would be a normal setback for a normal county road. Posey Ridge is a state highway by definition maybe, but it's not a state highway, so they're trying to feel comfortable about, if you maintain that, what a normal county road would be, they feel better about it. And it wouldn't be so close to the road there, it still would be outside the county, what would be the county right of way, which the county does maintain that stuff.
Right.
So,
Well, the last one I think we done it on a 45 foot setback. So maybe that's what I'm thinking and somewhere or another. I don't know how the paper got 40 foot on it anyway.
well, that paper lay right there and let us write how we want to. So whatever they make a motion to do, if we can do 50 and they're okay with it, then we'll make the paperwork right.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments? I'll open the floor for a motion then.
I'd like to make a motion for 1796 Boozy Ridge Road, dimensional variance of 50 foot, 75 foot, sorry, 75 foot variance
For a 50
from,
foot setback.
yes, for a 50 foot setback to place a mobile home on this property.
I'm gonna clarify the motion. We're reducing the building line from 125 to 50, which is a 75 foot variance.
Correct.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Art Bowden?
Yes.
Wayne Pinkowski?
Yes.
Ralph Oliver?
Yes.
Jimmy Rogers?
Yes.
George Dillon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Winkler,
all.
your variance has been
50
approved.
foot from the
50
center
foot
of the road.
from the center of the road, or whatever you got.
Thank you.
What's he said he's gonna take?
All right. The next item on the agenda is 158 Angel Road, a conditional use permit. Is there a Mr. Williams here?
Yes, I'm
All right.
Wes Williams.
State your name and address for me, please.
Wesley Williams, 158 Angel Road,
All
Peru.
right, Mr. Williams, you agree to give truthful and accurate information as it pertains to this case?
I do.
All right, tell us what you're here for.
Well, I'm doing a little greenhousing, and I just do it part-time, just kind of sell a little bit in the afternoons or stuff like this, just I own all the way around the greenhouse. And, I had a greenhouse there in the eighties and nineties, and, I built a new one, greenhouse there.
All right, you're only gonna, just according to your application, you're only going to have this open from April to June, 3 months a
Yes.
year?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll have customers, are you taking the plants and vegetables somewhere, or customers come to your
both.
house?
Both retail and wholesale.
Okay.
Your intention is not to do anything in the fall then, or?
No.
No, okay.
It's just, I'll close it for any retail customers.
And there'll be parking space in front of the greenhouse? So you
Yes.
can get off the road?
You gonna have any deliveries made, big trucks?
No. How are you gonna advertise signage and whatnot? I have a temporary sign to put up right in front of the greenhouse.
Mr. Williams, what's the size of that sign,
Uh,
roughly?
4 by 4 or 4 by 6.
Can the greenhouse be seen from the road, or is it off the road?
You can see it from the road, yes.
See it, right, so it's up front?
There's three of them, aren't there? There's you and then two others right beside you.
There are 3 original, and then I put up a smaller one.
You can see the front side.
Yes, it's off the road. It's off the road, but it's easy to see. Good location.
What kind of hours are you anticipating?
I'm probably going to do, most days 3 or 4 hours, and then probably a little longer on Saturday,
Normal hours, 8 to 5,
probably on Saturday.
all the time? Monday through Saturday, or?
I'll probably be doing just basically afternoons, through the week, and then on Saturday, probably all day.
So like a 4 to 9, Monday through Friday, something like that, or?
No, probably 2 to 6, probably.
The reason they're asking, because they're gonna be, it's a conditional use permit, and they'll be putting
Right.
conditions if they approve it.
Right.
That's gonna be their
Can you say what
condition, it'll be on permit.
Right.
Yeah, tell us what you want.
Okay, well, let me go back and rephrase that.
Go big.
Okay, yes, I like it from, 8 to 6,
Okay, there you go.
okay.
Monday through Saturday now?
Monday through Saturday, yes.
There you
Okay, that's what we,
Yeah, that's
Don't
better.
don't box
That's better.
yourself in.
Okay, I see that. Thank you for helping me there.
you said it's, are you planning on putting a permanent sign there, or are you just gonna have temporary?
It is gonna be a temporary sign. I'll be taking it down, put it back up each season.
So it's gonna be there just whenever the business is open, it's there, other than that?
Yes.
The other 9 months out of the year, you take it down?
I'll take it down.
Okay.
How many acres you would have there?
Over 40, well, we're close to 50.
Oh, speaking of, you go, oh, you got it, okay.
Go ahead.
I just have a letter that we got to add to the record,
Okay.
and I'll just read it, so it'll be part of the minutes. Thank you for your notice of the public hearing on Wesley Williams conditional use request on Angel Road, Berea. I won't be able to attend the hearing today, but wanted to pass along my feedback. I live at 140 Tremont, and believe my property touches the back of the Williams property. There's a subdivision in behind Mr. Williams there, the Tremont subdivision, if y'all familiar with it. I think it's a great idea to have another local supplier of plants and vegetables in Berea. I'm looking forward to the possibility of a new business on this side of the interstate. I can't see any negatives about having additional access to locally grown vegetables and plants. I think this location is ideal. The sharp turn in the roadway already slows down traffic on Angel Road, so I don't think it will create any additional inconvenience to drivers. This type of entrepreneurship should be encouraged. John Blankenship.
Agree.
No other calls on this one for or against.
Any board members have any questions, comments concerning this? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve a conditional use permit for the property located at 160 Angel Road, Berea, Kentucky. This conditional use permit will allow for the seasonal operation of a commercial greenhouse on the property. The hours of operation will be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 7 days a week, for the months of April, May, and June. A temporary sign will be allowed to be posted during the months of April, May, and June, but must be removed after June.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Jimmy Rogers?
Yes.
Howard Bowden?
Yes.
Ralph Oliver?
Yes.
Wayne Pinkowski?
Yes.
George Dillon.
Yes. Conditional use approved. C.
Thank you.
Burke. All right, our final conditional use application for the night is 1169 Goggins Lane, Wayne Winkler. Mr. Winkler, state your name and address for me, please.
Wayne Winkler, 1169 Goggins Lane.
Mr. Winkler, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as it pertains to this case?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to put in a fall thing that lasts about 6 weeks, something like that. A corn maze, raise some pumpkins, and have a petting zoo. It's just good for the community, and just have some. We'll have to charge just a little to cover the insurance. You know, we'll have to have insurance liability to cover all this thing. And,
Where is this at on Goggins Lane? What kind of?
it's right across
It's on this
from Big Hill Avenue Church.
From the big end of God's
That's
life.
what we're
Okay,
going
so it's
down.
up close to the Myers, the shopping
Yes.
center?
Yeah.
area? Okay.
I'm trying to get it up from
What months of operation would you like?
It'd be the last 2 weeks of September, maybe in October, 6 weeks.
So you
This fall.
want, you want to go 15 September to 15 October, you want to go on into
Fall October.
fall of
No.
October?
Yeah, 4 weeks in October and 2
Is
weeks.
that the farm on the right, as you pull in the driveway there, back the first house on the right, is that where you live?
15.
No, when you go in,
Mm-hmm.
they've got an acre. There's Mike Prim lives in the first one. I live in the brick house.
The brick house.
Mr. Winkler has 80 acres back there.
Then you come straight on into,
Huh?
when you come into that road, there's a house on the right,
No,
one house,
straight-
and then there's another house.
There's a
and then
brick house.
straight ahead,
Straight ahead.
the big
That's
house.
yours, straight ahead.
Yeah.
That's where you want to have the farm back there to use.
Yes.
I see.
There'll be no buildings built or nothing, but, nothing.
Now, whereabouts will the corn maze and all of this be? I mean,
Let me find my house.
Where's your house is right there.
Yeah.
1169, can you see it?
Yes.
Can you pull back and show?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Okay.
Show us Goggins.
Okay. I'm gonna grow pumpkins where I used to grow tobacco in that green, on the back of the green. And the corn maze would be right behind the house there.
Oh, there's Goggins Lane.
Oh, so we're way off Goggins.
Let me get you way out here where you can get your bearings, see
The
my.
closest he's gonna be is the tail end of Goggins, Cardinal Drive. That's the closest he's gonna be to any houses. Could still be several
I've never been
acres.
down that road. I've drove down Baldwin's road to theirs. Is your road similar to that road? Have you ever been down Baldwin's Farm Road?
I have, yes.
Yes,
No,
not like
that
that.
road is not similar to that.
Animals
No,
like
hers is flat. It's just straight out to.
I'm talking about size and width.
Huh. That, it's
Ours is
passable.
wider.
Yeah, it's wider. You
So
can-
here's my shopping center and everything there, and movie theater. And then now you can see 1169.
Marty's be real.
That's as you're going down the hill.
Yeah, this is at the very top, right before you start dropping down the hill, come to Myers.
So we're going back.
Or down the other way, down the hill to the bad curve.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
down to the curve.
The church is over on the right.
You can't see this property from the road.
No, no.
So you gotta go up a little hill there, to get back to.
The
Yes.
only houses that you can see it will be, you can't see 235 Cardinal, it'll be right there, and then the house across the street from it.
Is this got-
Which, by the way, it just full of exposure, that's my house, my sister's house, but I don't live there. About 235, 240, and one behind it.
The church, where's the church entryway? Is it even close to this entryway?
Big Hill
No,
Church?
no, it's on the other side of the road, back up the road.
It's right around,
That's here at 1150, is that church?
Yeah, it's a
That's the
church.
church.
that's the church behind.
So if we went down the hill then and curved around to the right?
You didn't make it that far.
Didn't make it that far.
It's right past that church entrance on
On
your
the
left, on the other side of the street, if you're going away from Meyer.
There's a for sale sign, 196 acres, right at the entrance of the
Yeah,
side.
and there's a BOA sign hanging on the fence there now up on
The,
Like I say, you can't see this property from Goddard's Lane.
Again, Mr. Winger, where is all of this gonna take place on the property?
For the,
You're gonna have the pumpkin patch, and you're gonna have
the,
a corn
yeah,
maze?
the corn patch.
Pumpkin patch people.
Yeah, there you go. The corn patch is right behind the house too. Be a couple acres of corn. And what I had in mind, we're gonna do hayride from the corn maze to the, so we won't be going over no hills or nothing. It's just flat back through there.
the driveway that goes into that property, is that a shared driveway and you maintain it, or who maintains that?
There's one guy lives back there, Mike Prim. He's got an acre. And I talked to them and they're all for it.
But who maintains that roadway?
I have ever since I pumped.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it,
No,
is it just a one-lane driveway, or is it?
Well, you can pass, it's passable.
That's what I was asking.
I mean, you gonna have enough cars come in and out at the
Yes.
same time and not cause a problem?
She said it's wider than Baldwin.
It's wider
so
than
Yeah.
Okay,
That's,
Yeah.
that's a lot there if it's wider than that. That's really not trying to find something comparable.
yeah.
Is there any other entry into that property from I'm just trying to think of from an emergency vehicle standpoint. Something happens on that lane and we need to get an emergency vehicle back to the property. Is there any other way to get back to that property?
Unless you went through Marty's and Donnie's over there. They've got a 50-foot easement in there
Yeah, I mean, there's not a gate,
that,
gap in the fence. There's a 50-foot easement that comes, and that road goes all the way in here. There's a 50-foot easement that starts here, comes in this way, but it's not open. I mean, you know, they have to come through gates.
yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
gate.
When they were building the road, they came through there.
You gonna put a permanent sign,
No, just 6 weeks.
temporary?
Yeah, just fall. It'd be like a fall harvest.
How big are you wanting?
Well, we haven't
Hadn't
decided
thought
yet.
about that.
We don't know.
What's that? I just want a good sign. That's all.
What about facilities, porta potties, that type of thing?
I'm gonna have Chuck Alexander, he'll bring the porta potties in there for me. And then,
What were your dates of operation again?
I say the middle of September to last October.
So if we do September 1 to October 31st?
That's 2 months, yeah. Right,
I'm
we
just
can-
Doesn't
making
mean you have to be open, that's just.
Just
yeah.
making it
It
simple.
gives you a little flexibility there.
Okay, okay.
Just making it simple.
Mhm. No.
What
we've
kind of
done-
hours of operation would you want?
10 to 6, something like that.
We were
It's just
hoping
gotta
like
have, we
10 to
got,
6 during the week,
Come on, come on.
Saturday.
yeah, come up here, home.
Gotta get you on that microphone.
State your name and address for me.
Anna Winkler, 1169 Goggins Lane.
All right, Ms. Winkler, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as pertains to this case?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, we're hoping to operate it Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6, and then on Sundays, only like from 2 to 5.
How late in the evening again?
6.
So just 6 o'clock at night? In the fall? That's it?
Is there a regulation on the signs, how?
Yeah, I was gonna come up with this, cause it's sheet plywood.
Well, there's a sign regulation, we have a sign
That's what I was
regulation.
gonna say, can I see what?
Open it up.
Probably a 4x8 if I had to
That's
guess.
what we were
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we may
There's a
not
little
have
bit of
everybody
flexibility, it's
out
just 4x8 sheet
by
plywood.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, if there's
Yeah.
people back there, they may be coming out later than 6, but that's our hoping hours.
Okay. No letters, positive, negative, positive?
I need to come here as a,
You wanna read them?
I need to be,
I don't
here as a
think it's
citizen,
on
not
that.
as a
Oh.
director.
All right. Name and address
My
for me
name is
then.
Marty Sizemore. I live at 301 High Street.
All right.
My sister and brother-in-law own 244, 245, 249, 251.
That's what we.
And Mr. Winkler has been over to speak with my brother-in-law and told him what he was going to do, and he called me and told me he was okay with all that. And I spoke with Mr. Brian Hale today. He lives at, what is that far back one there where I can't read it?
130?
130, yeah. which is straight across the street from where my sister lives there, 235. And,
Sheila Donna Hale.
yeah, she
Brian
is.
Atkins and
Brian,
that's one
yeah, that's
thing.
it, Brian. Anyway, he called just inquiring. You know, he didn't say anything derogatory. He just said, well, and we kind of laughed. I said, yeah, they're gonna put him right up for next to that fence, but I was really teasing. I told him he was welcome to come, told him how to get here, told him what time. And I see he's not here, so he must not have any concerns.
Okay.
And other than that,
Well, there's a pretty good distance between there and
Yes.
those, I mean, that's
yeah, there's like 13 acres there, those 4 squares you see.
pretty good distance in between them.
Marty, did you get any comments at all from the people who own the property at 1168 or 1167? Because they're
Well, they own 1167, right?
Yeah.
You own one? Okay.
Yeah, 1168 is the acre they were talking about.
Yeah,
And
I
you said you
talked-
talked to him, but no, we didn't get any calls from
Okay.
them. We
They're
don't
like
get calls.
The girls said they had several phone calls, but just inquiring.
Just wondering what was going on, but nobody had any comment after that.
Because from a traffic standpoint, they're the only properties that really would be
Can
affected.
you reiterate where we're looking at parking at here?
We're gonna make the parking behind the mobile home, there's a.
Is that at
Uh,
1169?
Yeah, her stepson's got a double wide, and the parking be behind it. We're gonna make a circle where they can circle around to come out, and then we're gonna funnel it back towards, to the petting zoo and the little corn maze, and
Is that what 1169 is, a double home?
Marty might can show you.
Well, I don't know, I'm gonna assume some things here. I'm assuming you're gonna talk.
He's gonna go
Come here and park back in here,
Yes,
and then
Turn.
have
Cut.
something comes back around and catches this road maybe?
Yeah, it circles, make a circle.
Did it circle all the way around, or
Yeah,
circle
yeah,
here?
yes.
Like
yeah.
this?
Yeah, it'll be circling around that one, like that,
Okay.
and we come back.
All right.
That way we don't have any traffic jams.
Yeah, it'll be circling.
What's this thing called? Fall Harvest
Yeah.
Festival?
Gentleman in the crowd was talking.
Oh,
Question is, what about if you have like school children, school bus come in, there's plenty of room for.
Yes, that's
parking
why
lots
we're making
again?
a circle.
Because I'm familiar with that talk, that's how,
Huh?
I'm familiar with that part. What is
Oh.
it?
Well, all of those will be a scheduled event, and that's why we're doing the circular drive. So they will, because the buses can't get off the road. So they'll be on a gravel road the entire time.
Well, I worked for a nursery part-time there for a while,
Uh-huh.
about 5 years there, and that's what they had, a lot of children come in.
Yeah.
Like we had about 2 wagons with about 100 children on it. I was driving the tractor. So it was a lot of fun. It's well worth it too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for about the past 14 years, we have done hay rides for our church, and we've had up to 150 people on our property. Yes, last year we had like 150 people.
Pumpkins is a big
From
thing.
just our
Big
church.
thing for children.
What's the width on that culvert there, that entry?
It's
Will that
pretty
road
good
handle
entry
like
right
school
on.
bus?
Is it-
I drove back in.
Oh, yeah, we pulled in there and put that sign up, and there was room for a car to go past us.
And granted, it falls down to a
Gotcha.
lane, but it's got a flared out.
It's got a wide entrance.
No no problem like school bus, some
It
other big
was
truck
put
like
in
that.
when the road.
We got that mobile home back there.
Yeah.
It's a significant.
so, let me let the gentleman behind you all speak.
Okay.
So, state your name and address for me, please.
That's Anthony Lowry, 2004 Cross Creek Drive.
All right, Mr. Lowry, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm the director at God's Outreach Madison County Food Bank, and I only mention that because we've had occasion to do outreach ministry with the Winklers, ministry to kids, and like they said, the hay rides and stuff. And I've personally just never seen their farm in Newbie and the one they have up at Goggins Lane now. Both of them is always so well maintained, and the hay rides was organized, and safety was something that was stressed so much, and it just very well maintained. And I just want to share that with the board. And besides that, they're great people.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, any other questions, comments from anybody? None, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I would like to make a motion that we approve a conditional use permit for the property located at 1169 Goggins Lane, Richmond, Kentucky. This conditional use permit will allow for the operation of a seasonal business to sell agricultural, or to sell some agricultural products such as pumpkins, gourds, etc., and the operation of a corn maze, small petting zoo, and miscellaneous children-focused play activities. The hours of operation will be from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m., 7 days per week, for the months of September, from September 1st through October 31st. Any lighting that will be placed on the property will be shielded from neighbors. The maintenance of the drive to the property for the purpose of having this activity will be the responsibility of Anna and Wayne Winkler. A sign will be permitted on a temporary basis from September 1st through October 31st.
I just want to clarify the address on that motion to, it's 1167, is that correct?
That probably needs to be,
So, it's
yeah.
11 on our
We
paperwork.
could probably put both of them on there. The conditional use permit actually more goes to the owner. But we want to make sure we've got, you all own both of those, right? You own the-
What that is, the
67,
house,
so I just want to make
where
sure.
we live, our house is sitting, it has a separate deed, sits on 5 acres, but it's all the same property.
You own both
But
properties.
but this event will all take place actually on 1167.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So change it in 1167.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, I think it's in the paperwork there, but we
It's
hope
been
to
widened out.
have like
Yeah,
a
it's
craft
correct on the
shop
paper.
where we can make stuff just for fall.
Okay, I got a motion here.
And
Do I
sell.
hear a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Ralph Oliver,
Yes.
Wayne Pinkowski.
Yes.
Howard Bowden.
Yes.
Jimmy Rogers.
Yes.
George Dillon.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any further business, gentlemen? Anything? No, nothing new for us, Marty?
Can we, before we go, just point of clarification. We're seeing more and more mobile homes and people wanting to put buildings fairly close to the road. 50 feet seems like a reasonable amount of distance for a building. You know, this property we looked at today, it just seems like we're starting to encroach more and more into putting buildings closer and closer to the road, which really is it's kind of a slippery slope for us, because a car traveling on Coosy Ridge, if it goes off the road, 50 feet is not a long distance. So I guess I'm wondering, can we get some clarification, maybe, Marty, from you all as some guidance as to what you feel is a realistic amount of distance required from the center line of a road for any new
Yeah, I
building
think
structure?
the 50 foot is probably a pretty good cutoff line. Now, it all depends on the road, as far as, is it the end of the road, is it a dead end road, and, you know, it's the road that you can drive all the way through, pass through traffic, goes through it, you know.
I mean, there's houses built 30 deep in the road.
They are, but that's the problem.
But
There's
it's
so many
slower
old-
speed roads, you're right.
Yes.
I mean, this is
older
50.
homes too, and things that have been grandfathered in, and I think we're gonna see more and more of this, because the good lots are taken.
Yes.
So we're gonna see more and more of this coming up.
And, you know, and I was thinking, when we were looking at that plat, it said 25.
Yes.
You know, no, we're not. Okay. You know, we said 25 feet from the road, that's a mistake, you know, but that's 125 is ridiculous for that.
I think on a road like Poozy, we may, at least for our own benefit, start looking at 50 foot as a minimum distance, because the better lots in traveling up that road are gone. And we're gonna see more and more coming at us, but somebody comes with a 25 foot from the center line of the road, you're right on the road. It's
What's
pretty
happening in that
ridiculous.
area is these families have lived there for years, you know, generational families, and they're selling to grandkids, or giving, or kids and grandkids and great grandkids. And it's like, that's who, Winkler's.
I don't think we've given one any closer than 50 foot. Well, I'm not gonna say anywhere, but we don't do many closer than 50 foot.
Well, I think we're gonna see
Unless
though
they're just
That
really
single
restricted.
wide on down Poozy Ridge, I think that's the 45 when he was talking about, that's already
Yeah,
there.
we're sitting there.
That was pretty close, but
But
that's
it was
something.
up the hill.
Yeah.
We had to go up. to
Is
get
that
to
something
it.
we can make as an agreement though for you all, is that
It's like
if
on the
it's,
board. I think the board.
I think every situation's unique.
It is, and but the board should stay somewhat consistent if possible.
Yeah.
I think that's what, Wayne's looking at.
I think just
a little
consistency, and yes, every case has to be looked at individually, but I think when we start pushing that 50-foot mark, we're really
Yeah.
starting to push on a
Bert and I went
slippery
out there
slope.
and took protective measures too, and we both said.
We both said, I don't know how they'll feel about this one, and we were right, you didn't like it, and you increased it a little bit on it, and I think you're perfectly right on that. I mean, our setback on a county road, is 50 feet. If they want to get, that's 25 feet, but the county right of way is 25 feet in each direction. So your setback is really 25 feet from the property line. Well, if you want to be 25 feet from the center of the road, you're right on the property line, and
That's it.
that's pushing.
There's a number of older homes and some mobile homes and that years ago were put very, very close to the road. We realize that, but I think going forward, just as a guideline among the board, we should probably look at a 50-foot.
And what happens, that that is a
And
state.
what we can do is we can kind of steer people when they come in the office, if they request something less than that. Now, if they pay the fee and they want to come here, we're gonna bring them. But we can kind of maybe head some of that off and say, they're not real keen on doing anything less than 50, you might be wasting your money. And then most people aren't gonna pay $250 to get turned down.
That's what I'm thinking, the
Now,
guidance from you.
we always
all,
tell
yeah.
people that, we don't make the rules, we don't have a vote, but we facilitate and kind of try to weed through some of that for you all, so you're not meeting on stuff that is, we know is gonna be a no anyway. But that's good to know that that's how y'all feel, so we can pass that along to everyone.
That's good.
Another thing I'd asked once before about them putting markers where they plan to be.
Yeah, you did.
That would really help us out, especially
Yes.
these two.
Like
These
those
two
guys
areas
talking
here.
about red markers he's seen.
Well, yeah, I
I
thought
forgot
maybe
you
that
did
was
say
his
that.
marker,
Yeah.
but it was, then I looked at it, so that it was,
Yeah, so we'll start having people actually put some flags up to kind of mark the outline
right,
of the trailer, the house, maybe the front, where the house is gonna go, to kind of give you a visual of what it's gonna look like,
that'd be
when it's
helpful.
there, yeah.
All right, anything else? Meeting adjourned.
All righty. Yeah, I forgot you told me that, Mr. Smith. I'm not sure. May need to go buy some flags if they here, but he's out.
Well, usually worst case scenario, what if that is a state highway? What if they say, we're gonna make it a 2-lane road?